Gentlemen, ladies, I've had some wonderful questions, ones which are asking me for my reaction to the fight. Now, there's been this talk of strawberry bonbons. You tease me because I can't have sugar anymore.
What's the most amount of money you've got from a fight?
£850,000 for fighting Nigel Benn in the second fight. Now, it may not seem like a great deal of money. I wasn't fighting for money. I was fighting for the hearts of the people. I was never greedy. My wealth was getting my face, name in the newspapers every day and being on television 3 times a week. Always doing what? Showing who I really am. They mocked me and they called me names and they made the people dislike me. It didn't worry me. It motivated me to actually do more, dress better, turn up in the most unusual places, if you will, like to turn up to the premiere in a truck. Who does that?
Rastafari, brother.
Rastafari.
Respect.
Thank you.
Well done
Thank
to
you.
the Eubanks.
Thank you.
Number one.
Thank you.
Legacy is cemented, basically. He's withheld a name and is deserve it.
Thank you.
The 2 years will live on forever.
Thank you very much for your observation. Wow, wow, wow. That's exactly right. And he did it. I didn't see it happening with this fight. And for him to actually have fought in such a way where he has now, everything that's been in the negative will always now be superseded and covered by that win. I wanted to have a son who could stand by my side equally. Now I'm going to say this as a little bit of a joke. I still supersede you because I've only used bad language once. I think I've heard you now twice. Daddy is the man. Because it's all down to your vibration. Keep it high. Rastafari, reach dreadlocks.
I would just like to ask, what is your favourite cake? Thank you. Bye.
I was talking to an old friend of mine not too long ago, and he mentioned a restaurant to me that I used to go to. It's in Conduit Street in London. This restaurant, I can't remember the name of it now because I haven't been there for so long. They did this particular tart. Wow, extraordinary. I used to go there just for the tart, never mind the main course. But, having now put sugar to the side, you say, oh, well, once in a while. I have an addictive personality. If I do one, I've got to do it all. It brings me back into a cycle of which takes me months, maybe even years to get out of. My favorite cake, I wish I could remember the name of it. Is it a Blackwell? It's like a Blackwell tart. It's been 3, 4 years. I mean, okay, I'd keep away from sugar. That's why I look my age. 33. Hey, whatever they tell you on Wikipedia, nothing to do with me. I'm telling you the truth. You are what you say. And being 33, what's wrong with that?
Hi Chris, it's Cam. I'm an apprentice at JCB and you come to the JCB Academy, but unfortunately I wasn't able to meet and greet as I was told I wasn't allowed. But I've got a quick question. Have you ever heard of a Staffordshire oatcake? And if so, would you like to try one?
Right, no I haven't, and if it's got sugar in it, sorry, I can't partake. Sugar is very dangerous for me. It's so sweet. JCB, I remember coming and speaking to the school there. Okay. Well, if I come back to that part of the world, which I will, I may see you. All the best.
How did you feel as soon as the referee lifted his son's hand against Conor Benn?
Triumph. He came through a fight of which I don't know how he did it. He's 35 years old. Conor is 27. Junior has had a long career. How he did what he did, I don't know. But that's why he's now called a young general. He will be admired all his life.
Hi, Chris. It's Kate here. Basically, I was just on TikTok and my friend's staying with me. We're living in Dubai currently, obviously from the UK. And I was watching a TikTok of you because I know you from like TikTok and stuff. Like I'm not massively into boxing, but I know you from it and like the history and stuff. Anyways, I'm just chatting and then I'm watching the video of you and my mate was like, oh, I've got his number. And I was like, what do you mean you got his number? And he was like, one time he had a YouTube and he was saying, just message me. So I was like, you know what? Let me just send him a message, say hello. Well done for your son's win. Good win. And we hope you're doing okay.
Thank
With
you.
love from Dubai.
Wow, super kind of you. Enjoy yourselves there. Do not leave your principles at the airport when you're in Dubai. I know what Dubai is. It's a wonderful place. So I'm just going to tell you the poem that I've told many. But as you seem to be so happy to actually, leave me the message, I'm going to tell you the poem. It goes as follows. When you get what you want in your struggle for self and the world makes you a queen for the day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that girl has to say. For it isn't your husband or family or friend whose judgment upon you must pass. For the girl whose verdict counts most in the end is the one staring back from the glass. Some people may say you're a straight shooting chum. They may call you a person of place. But the girl in the glass says, you're only a bum if you can't look her straight in the face, for you see she's the girl to please. Never mind all the rest, for she's with you clear up to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous, difficult test, if the girl in the glass is your friend. Now, you may fool the whole world down the pathway of years, and get pats on your back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartaches and tears, if you've cheated the girl in the glass.
Do you like strawberry bonbons?
I don't just like strawberry bonbons. I love them. Extraordinary confectionery. When I used to use sugar, of course. Wonderful.
Hi, Chris. Just wanted to say I'm a big fan, and I have two questions. The first one is, what advice would you give to someone trying to stay true to themselves in a world full of pressure and conformity? And how do you define success? Not just in boxing, but in life. Thank you, Rastafari.
Rastafari reach dreadlocks. Yeah, I just saw. So, beautiful question. Okay, both questions are answered with the same principle. And that principle is the personality of the Christ. It's honesty. It's truth. Working on the good side of you. Lust, greed, all of that, the 7 deadly sins. The other side is low vibrational and deceitful. And the deceitful life only hurts you, not anybody else. And those who harm you or do you wrong or talk against you, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. If they knew, they wouldn't do it.
Being a man of Jamaican heritage, what are your sorry, I can't really speak properly right now. I'm not feeling the greatest. But anyway, what are some of your favorite Jamaican proverbs or phrases or sayings that has served you well throughout your career and throughout your life in general?
What would I say is one of my favorite phrases? If you can't hear, you're going to feel. Translated, if you can't hear, you're going to feel dreadlocks. You're going to feel. And I just saw, hear obedience, honor your father, honor your mother, so that your days on earth may be long. When you don't honor them, you run into brick walls. You run into destruction. You think you're cleverer than your parents? You must be mad, dreadlocks. You're not.
Having said that, promoters today in the modern era do not understand the craft of boxing. They're only interested in money. Would you not agree that they do not care to understand? And that's what's destroying the great craft you created.
That's right. They don't care to learn. And the love of this money stops them from learning about, this principle of fortitude, of perseverance. It would be very interesting for them to actually learn all of this in order to actually enlighten themselves. This is what you look for in a fighter, someone who has this code. But you're right, the weight situations between fighters, dehydration clauses, all of these things, all of the rules which are actually in place are there to safeguard the fighter, but they don't care about that. What they care about is, if we match this fighter against that fighter, like if we match Canelo against Crawford, 2 really big names, it's against the rules. And the rules are in place to safeguard the fighters. And when they are flouted because, okay, who cares? I care. I know what happens when these rules are flouted. So this incompetence has to stop. And the time for it to stop is now.
Mr. Eubank, sir, my question to you is, how do you make or move forward with someone you've wronged despicably? How do you forgive yourself when you cannot make amends with them, when they cannot forgive you, when that option is not there? How do you deal with wronging someone so viciously and vilely? Thank you very much, sir.
You ask forgiveness to your spirit. Once you've prayed for forgiveness, you already have it. So then do not backslide. Do not go and do that same thing again. You are forgiven as soon as you ask for forgiveness. And when you ask for forgiveness, the person who you haven't spoken to will somehow let it go. But you must be sincere when you are speaking to the spirit that's within.